We have pro day tomorrow, so I figure I'd ask you a little bit about Alan Lazard.
Yeah.
I know he's heard from a lot of NFL teams, but what have you heard about what he maybe still has to show at pro day tomorrow?
You know, I think the one great thing about what Alan's been able to do over the last few months is he's been able to set himself up and put himself on a stage where he's ready for that next level. And you look at what he did in the bowl game, had maybe one of his best games of the season. You look what he did at the Senior Bowl, and even though he didn't get a chance to make a ton of plays in the game, had a great week of practice, and then out at Indy and what he did in the combine certainly put himself in a great position. So, you know, that's for those GMs and their personnel people to make decisions on. But I do know a lot of people are really excited about what they've seen out of him over this last stretch of months.
If I have the number, I think you guys graduate 246 targets or something. Obviously, a lot of people look at Hakeem and Deshante and Matt Eaton as the three, but who kind of can come along behind them, especially this spring?
Yeah, you know, we do. It's going to be certainly a new look from what you saw a year ago, but some familiar faces sprinkled in there as well. You know, obviously Hakeem had a chance to make an impact last season and a little bit his freshman year. Deshante, probably a bigger impact 2 seasons ago. And, you know, with the emergence of Trevor Ryan's game, you know, kind of didn't get the opportunity to put up some of the numbers he did 2 seasons ago. And then Matt Eaton. You know, I think Matt's a guy, had he been healthy to start the year, probably would have had a few more opportunities than you've seen. So those 3 guys, I think, are certainly in a position to go out there and make up some of those targets and some of those completions. But guys like Tariq Milton have really stepped up and looked great in the first couple of days. Josh Johnson's done a great job out there. You've seen Jalen Martin and Landon Akers, both those two who played a bunch on special teams a year ago, but now hopefully getting them in the fold out at the receiver position. And then, you know, we still got 4 freshmen coming in that you certainly never know what could happen in terms of them getting into the mix.
What's Hakeem have to do to be better than he was last year?
Yeah, you know, Hakeem, I think for us, first and foremost, has got to figure out what his role is going to be. You know, is he going to spend most of his time like he did a year ago on the inside, or are we going to play him on the outside? But Hakeem's skill set is certainly different than what we played at that X position a year ago when you talk about Allen. And, you know, even though both of those guys have size, Hakeem's built a little bit differently. And so, you know, making some of the contested catches that you've seen Allen make in the past, you know, kind of are being able to be a go-to guy in one-on-one critical situations. Those are some things we got to put him in some of those situations this spring to see if he can do it. And the same thing with Matt Eaton. I think both those guys can certainly do some of those things and take over some of that ownership in our offense.